There are many theories out there of what is happening to the body during a breathwork journey. Conclusions such as consciousness expanding, releasing emotions, trauma, transcending past the physical realms. But what does this actually mean chemically and physiologically for your body? Today, my aim is to help you understand the physiology of a breathwork journey. So let's begin at the start. A transformational breathwork journey typically starts with cyclical deep breathing. Here, you are breathing in more oxygen than your body metabolically needs, whilst pushing out your carbon dioxide. This causes your heart rate to increase, blood shift to the skeletal muscles, and the nervous system to slip into the sympathetic state. Carbon dioxide is known as a waste product in your body, but it also plays a vital role in regulating your breath. Carbon dioxide is what initiates the need to breathe. As CO2 levels rise, a signal is sent to your brain to take a breath. Therefore, when we push out carbon dioxide out of the system via deep breathing, it is going to take longer for our carbon dioxide levels to rise, and therefore, this signal to take a breath during breath retention will take longer than normal. This is why, when practicing this method, you are able to hold your breath so much longer than usual. So by the end of the deep cyclical breathing aspect of the method, CO2 levels have dropped dramatically. Then we enter breath retention. Here, your oxygen levels begin to drop, but instead of feeling the urgency to breathe, we feel relaxed, calm, and a sense of peace as our nervous system falls into the parasympathetic state. We're able to hold our breath longer than usual. This allows our OT levels to drop more than usual. And here, our physiology begins to adapt. Two signals are then sent out, one to the spleen, which I'll discuss later, and the other to our kidney that releases a protein called erythropoietin, EPO. EPO is a protein that stimulates red blood cell production in bone marrow. It treats anemia, improves energy, reduces fatigue, it works as an anti-inflammatory, it enhances our immune system, it has neuroprotective effects, preventing neurological diseases, and it even enhances our cardiovascular health. It does this by increasing the overall red blood cell count, enhancing oxygen delivery to every tissue in your body. EPO is what athletes blood dope for, and it gives you such a competitive advantage that it is even being outlawed in sports. It literally turns you into a superhuman, and the longer you hold your breath for comfortably whilst practicing this method, the greater amount of EPO is released. But let's go back to the elevation of CO2 during the breath hold. CO2 acts as a vasodilator. If you've been able to hold your breath long enough, then your CO2 levels will exceed your baseline levels. This opens up the floodgates. Blood vessels open, and with the help of EPO, delivers more oxygen to areas of the brain that may have not been accessible before, encouraging shifts in mindset, mental clarity, and emotional release. With each round, your blood vessels and nervous system slingshot from dilation to contraction, SNS to PNS, stretching and contracting, growing more elastic with each round. This leads to increasing the parameters of our nervous and vascular systems and what they're capable of. These systems' elasticities enable us to move from being alert, focused, and productive to being relaxed, switch off, recover, digest, and process. We gain a level of autonomy over these systems. The very systems that enable us to connect with nature, to be able to dilate our blood vessels when we are in the cold instead of contracting and freezing, or not being overwhelmed by the heat of our environments. Training these systems is what allowed me to overcome my Raynaud's disease and even hike up a snowy mountain 17 kilometers in freezing cold temperatures. We all have this ability to gaining this bodily autonomy. We just need to use the tools that are already available to us. To summarize, the breath hold aspect of this method increases EPO, which leads to increasing the red blood cell count in our body. This can treat anemia, improves energy, it reduces fatigue, it works as an anti-inflammatory, enhances our immune system, has neuroprotective effects preventing neurological diseases, enhances cardiovascular health. Then, the collaboration of cyclical-like breathing and breath retention encourages shifts in mindset, mental clarity, and emotional release, and it also leads to increasing the health of our vascular and nervous systems. Thank you for watching, And if you're wanting to learn more, feel free to check out our online breathwork course, link in description.